Hi there. So, in a recent video, I took you guys up to look for Montana diamonds, these things right here, and we went ahead and faceted a few. And I asked in that video if you guys would want to see a faceting video, and most of you were like, sure! So here we are. Yeah, it's actually what I've been meaning to do for a while, and I just have never gotten around to it. So, let's do that. Okay, first things first. Excuse the perpetual mess that my bench is at a consistent rate. Anyway, so let's familiarize ourselves with the tool. So, we've got our dial and our quill. This is where the dops go in. We use this little thing right here to scoot it back and forward. That's the most complicated part. So, this controls height, and this right here is super important. I don't know if this light is... There we go. This is our angle that the stone will be touching down. That's how we control, you know, these kinds of faces, the slants. And then we rotate this dial right here, and that is how we add our facets. And yeah, it's pretty dang simple. Water fed. This is actually something I was using for a completely different reason. This is a 2000 grit sandpaper that I have on here because I was making Petoskey stone eggs. Turns out that works beautifully. That's all yeah, so we're going to switch this out and go to the plates once that time comes. Take one of our dops, and then we put a stone on it. I don't have any that aren't worked. Anyway, though, then we'll set this to 9 so that it is like, oh, there we go. There you can see that the quill is perfectly flat, and that is how we're going to make the walls, which is also the girdle, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know all the terminology, which I should at this point. But anyway, then we'll set our angles, and that's how we make that bottom fancy point part. And then we'll transfer it to a different dop, and then we'll do the, after we finish that bottom side, we transfer it to a new dop, and then we start adding in our top facets, and then we'll use this fancy thing right here, which goes in like that, and then we put it at 4.5, and that's how we get our flat table. And yeah, it would be nice if this would focus, but you know, the struggle is real in this shop for me most days, so yeah. Really simple, and you can make some cool stuff. So we're going to use Quartz, I think, for this whole thing, because it's very clear, and the facets show very, very easily. Like this. It's just the easiest way to get easily, you know, displayable results. So, I actually... Where did I put it? There it is. We're going to demonstrate first with this one right here. I've already got part of it going, but it actually fell off the dop, so I have to redo everything on this anyway. Okay, before we go on, I realized that I didn't do a wonderful job at explaining something. So, you can see all of these numbers on this dial are increments of 8. So, if we just keep this simple, which is the goal for the first, you know, example, if we just stay on those increments of 8, we can get a perfectly octagonal cut, and they will all be uniform. Also, did not mention this, but it's pretty dang important. So, this moves our height, and this little knob right here, if we twist it this way, it lifts the whole thing up, and if we twist it this way, it lowers the whole thing. And that way we can kind of like bring the stone down, and once we've hit that, we know where our spot's going to be, pretty much. So we'll get very uniform cuts because it stops cutting, obviously, because our height is locked. So, yeah. I don't know if that makes sense. So generally speaking, if you're a normal human, you'll be using like a template or something like that. I'm stubborn and, you know, potentially just stupid. And I literally don't ever. I always just freehand facet because you get some really cool stuff, you know? Like, actually really proud of this. I'll get a close-up later, but I freehanded that emerald cut right there, which I'm pretty proud of that one. Anyway, though, so we're just going to move it down, and we're actually going to, you know how I said those are all in increments of 4? Sorry, readjusting my tripod. So we were on the big lines, like that. Focus. Thank you. So now we're going to go 1 over, and then follow all of the little ones now, and you'll see what that does. Houston, or Austin, or Fort Worth, I don't know, somewhere in Texas, we have a problem. My camera has a stabilizer on it, and all of the spinning is messing with it. Do you see how it's like rocking back and forth? That's weird. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. I don't know that we're gonna fix that. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay, so now that we've reached that point, we are going to just keep switching out our plates till we get to higher and higher and higher grits, and yeah, so on and so on. Okay, so the girdle is done. So now we need to get it onto a different dop, but this time it'll be like this. And then we'll just put it back into the quill, and yeah, we'll do the pavilion. I hope I don't have my terms mixed up. I'm gonna look so stupid. I mean, honestly, that's nothing new for this channel. Okay, we have the last stone transferred over. So now it's time to just chuck it back in, and we'll do more stuff. All right, we've got it in. I've got this set to 5, and we're on the main big lines. So yeah, let's start making our pavilion. Okay, so from here you could do substantially more facets, but like I said, for our first example, I'm going to go super simple. So now actually is when we start polishing. Yeah, as you guys saw, we pretty much did the bare minimum, but it's amazing how pretty they come out, even when you do just the bare minimum. This is a ridiculously simple facet. So let's ramp it up a bit. Alright, we've got our next piece of quartz on, and yeah, let's just do it. This time for the walls, we're not going to make them faceted, we're going to just lift this up like that, and rotate it, and then we'll have a round wall. And yeah, should be pretty cool, I think. I don't know. Alright, so for this one on the girdle, we're gonna use all 16, because why not? Let's just go big. I'd say that looks beautiful. Love faceting quartz, because, yeah, you'd never believe how pretty it can be. But believe it or not, this was actually a prototype. I was actually doing this one to test out a much larger piece, which I think we should probably set upon now. So let's do that again, but we're going to do more facets, A, and B, we're going to do it on a piece that is far larger, so it should show off way better. So we're actually going to start on 80 grit, which is something I would never do, but I also normally don't, facet stones that are this big. I've weighed it before putting it on. It's a 117 carat stone, so it's, yeah, much larger than what I normally do. So, same process. Let's just do it. Alright, we have our first angle. So now we're going to do our second angle, like this one. It's not going to focus, but either way. So, you'll notice, every one of those lines, the big line and the little line, has a number. Well, if you look, there's actually a tiny line. If you count these all out, that's 16 numbered lines, but there's also 16 non-numbered lines. So, we are going to get that same star pattern effect, but with way more facets. Yeah, we've only done 2 angles so far, and that's already 32 facets on this thing, so let's go big with this one. One thing I was going to explain really quick, because I don't remember if I did or not. So your first line, for me anyway, because I don't use templates, which, probably you should. I don't know. Maybe you should. But the first one, I always go down until I hit the point that I want it to be at. You can hear that little sound in the background. Basically, we'll just keep doing this until that sound goes away. And that means it is no longer touching. That. So, that means that every time we turn this dial, the moment we stop hearing that sound, they all stopped at the exact same point. And that's how you get these uniform facets. Don't remember if I explained that or not, but I just did. So, yeah. Guys, there it is. I think it came out looking great. I wish I had a cleaner little box I could put it in, but hey. Yeah, that's a really pretty one. I love faceting quartz. It shows those cuts so well. But yeah, that was actually a lot of cuts. Let's see. So there was 11 faces, counting the wall, the side part thingy that I don't remember the name of. 16 cuts on each face, so if we do the math, that would 16 times 11. It's more than 7. It's at least 7 facets.
But yeah, it's so pretty. I love working with quartz. It's just so cool. Look at it. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I'd say they came out pretty well. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested at all in this kind of stuff, because I really do love faceting. So, I mean, it's no hardship to... I dropped it again. What is it with that stone? Anyway, no hardship to do more faceting videos. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. I would happily go ahead and cut, like, you know, I don't know, as many rocks as I physically could, but I don't know how long this video is already at, and I don't want it to get too long, so I guess in the comments let me know if you guys would be interested in another faceting video at some point with some different material. Yeah, just tell me. Quit keeping secrets. If you guys enjoyed this one, and you have not already, you would do me a great honor by subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed it, if you want more, and which stone was your favorite, I guess. Links to my store, social media, and yeah, just those two. Those things. Description up above. That's where they'll be. Oh my god. You'd think after, like, I don't know, almost 150... I think, videos, I would, you know, have outros down by now, but no. Before I wrap up, though, important announcement. So, the wonderful Katie has set up what's going to be really cool at the, what is it, July 17th. Sorry, forgot there for a second. From noon to 4, Rockhound Rendezvous. So, for anyone in the, you know, in Montana or the Billings area in general, if you guys want to come down and meet Kate and I, and we don't know if Agate Angler is going to be there or not. Travis from 406 Findings should be, and hopefully Kim from Montana Rock Mom will be there also, but it's going to be awesome. Yeah, so if you are interested, please go to the event page in my Facebook group. It's really impossible to track, and we need people to RSVP, because if a lot of people are coming, we may need to get an event permit from the city, but we have no way of knowing if we're going to hit that threshold if people don't RSVP beforehand. So yeah, please go to the Facebook group and let us know if you're coming. And yeah, it's just going to be awesome. So July 17th, noon to 4. I hope to see you there. But yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.